Alright friends, welcome back to everything you need to know about tarantulas, the rest of part 11, because I want you guys to see and witness the entire molting process of a juvenile tarantula, what it takes, what it goes through. It's very important that you do see key points. If you watched part 11, the first part, then you've only missed about 10 seconds while I restarted this film of what was going on, and hopefully we'll be able to catch the flip and you'll see how this tarantula right before your eyes. I hope to God y'all are watching this on a smart television, 65-inch with surround sound video and all that good stuff. You will be able to catch the flip. Now the flip is when they go from upside down to up straight. I don't know how long that process can take. Sometimes it'll be minutes, sometimes it'll be hours. We're not going to be here for hours though. We only have 24 minutes of video that I can take, and that takes about 2.5 to 3 days for me to upload. And somebody commented that they would change the format if they were me to a smaller size or something like that, and I was doing some research on that, and if I do, you will have extremely lesser quality video. And I already get so many complaints about so low budget quality video, but it's some of the best content out there, I gotta tell you, because I am a YouTuber and I'm also a YouTubee. I watch lots of videos, and I'm gonna tell you, this is some awesome content. I just need some better equipment, or a way. Maybe the equipment I got can capture it, I just don't know how to use it. But take it for what it's worth and try to enjoy and find some education out of what I'm putting out here for you guys. It's very important to me that if you get into tarantulas, that you're able to take care of them properly and don't have to go through some of the painstaking heartbreak that I've had to in the past due to lack of knowledge. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can in these episodes for you guys. This is almost out. You're never to help your tarantula. You should never help your tarantula shed. I'm not doing that, I'm just looking. Let's see where the other hand is, the other foot. Yeah, see, it's still coming out of there, and it's laying on the abdomen. I want to show you guys if you'll notice, you can already see that it's swelling up. The tarantula that's alive and well is better than the tarantula shell. Now you'll watch, as you watch, you're going to see some sporadic and almost like it's dying convulsions, possibly. They don't all do that, but from most of my experiences, that's what they're going to do, because I see this on a daily basis with as many tarantulas as I have. Sometimes they'll just move slightly like they're doing now, and sometimes they'll jerk, and they still don't need to be disturbed in this state. Like I said in the previous video, if your tarantula sheds, I would wait 3 days at least before you offer it food, and if you do offer it food in 3 days, make sure it's a freshly molted roach or a freshly molted cricket, so if the fangs are not extremely hard, that it cannot hurt the tarantula. All legs are out. Spinnerets are longer now. Yes, I want to move this a little bit so you can see. See how that's wet? That is wet because of, you can see the spermatheca right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right there. I see it in between the book lungs. It is laying on its carapace, which I cannot safely move, so I'm not going to. You'll just remember, hopefully I can move this open in a way right where it sits, where I can show you guys how to tell it's a female from molt sexing, which is the only way I sex molts. It's a very tedious process. Right here you can see the spermatheca. Right here and right here. This is where the pedipalps of a male tarantula mature will insert, and then they will hold the sperm until they're ready to use it for their eggs. Now for some interesting stuff. This is a Brachypelma albopilosum named Allison. Now, this is what it looks like to be born again. If you're a born again spider, it keeps its brain and it molts everything else. Everything. Body and all organs. Absolutely amazing. Basically clones itself a new body. Keeps its brain. Kind of, if humans were to do that, would pretty much live forever, or at least 2,500 years, by taking a sync cording of your brain and then putting your brain into a new host, like a clone, which would be awesome. If y'all look at the toes really closely, I don't know if it's catching on cam, but you can see the little cat claws I was telling you guys about. We're not getting any really sporadic convulsions like I was expecting, but that don't mean that it won't in a little while. This is just going to happen how it happens. If you notice the blonde hairs on this tarantula, it's because this is a Nicaraguan, or true form of Brachypelma albopilosum, not the hobby form that had somehow got tainted. They call it the Honduran curly hair, which some experts believe that was crossbred with a Brachypelma vagans, which I don't personally think that, because they do not have a red rump, and at somewhere down the line they would have a red rump. Brachypelma vagans being a Mexican red rump. But something's different, or it might not be tainted. It might just be the fact that one of them is from one place and one of them is from another. It could be something that simple. Let's see here. We've got a little wild spider here that I don't want to kill, but I don't want it in the room. So y'all just bear with me while y'all are watching that. Caught it. I don't know what kind of spider that is or why it's in my room. Put it in this little jar real quick while I'm waiting. Outside later. Yep, spiders everywhere, people. Y'all please like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I've got over 1,000 videos. Not getting very much views on them, but as long as I'm getting views, I'm going to keep making videos. I don't feel like it's a waste of time. I imagine after I'm dead and gone, everybody will absolutely love Edward Tyndall, and my videos will go viral, and people will miss me and want to preserve nature a little bit better, because I really am extremely passionate about keeping what we have. Our animals and insects and everything we have is such a sacred, precious thing. We need to take care of it as much as we can. Wish we could do the same in the wild populations as we do in domestic populations, but as long as we can preserve, everything's going to be great. It'll be fine in the end, I guess. Hopefully. As soon as money's not a factor anymore. I find this fascinating. I hope you guys find it fascinating. It's absolutely amazing to me how awesome these creatures are and what they have to go through. Just think about it. Be empathic to this situation for a moment. Put yourself in this tarantula's place. Can you imagine being in a jungle with mosquitoes, ants, lizards, snakes, frogs, all kinds of stuff, birds? Anything could hurt you. And then you have to completely get rid of everything you own except your brain. And then you're so vulnerable. This is a worse situation than being completely naked in a shower during a SWAT team raid. Really. It's absolutely one of the most critical points in a tarantula's life. But this one has made it through successfully. Everything is going as planned, as it should. And this girl is absolutely beautiful. I love her very much. I hope so bad that them little cat claws are showing up on cam for you guys. I'm going to turn it just a little bit. Just a little bit and see if you can see. Look at this. Give you guys a different view. Look at that hair. Sita. Proper term for it. Isn't this amazing, people? I mean, absolutely freaking amazeballs. I love it. And if you look here, I'll point out, you can see where the fangs, this is the fang holder, where the fang holder was. Each leg was in these holes right here. Very similar to a crab. Crabs are the same way. And they molt, I guess, similar to this. I've found crab molts before. Look at these long spinnerets. Aren't they absolutely amazing? This never gets old to me. I don't care how many times I see it. And I don't always film it because I don't get a lot of views on the types of stuff that I'm putting on here, but I enjoy it so much I just can't get enough of it. Beautiful blonde. I will be breeding these as soon as I can get them up to breeding size, and any of you guys that are interested in some Brachyoboma albopilosums, it will be a year or two in the future, probably, at the rate that they're growing. Y'all can stay tuned on the channel periodically. I have different tarantulas available for people. I also give tarantulas away out of every successful sack I have because it's a blessing to me, and I love to bless others because it's important to me to spread peace and love around, really. And these creatures bring me so much pleasure and enjoyment, and so much pleasure and enjoyment to so many other people that never thought they would even like these things. They're absolutely amazing. Them little claws are so tiny. I don't even know if they're picking up on the screen, but if you look right at the very tips of the toes, you'll see claws. That's how they reach out and grab, or they reach out and hook on to their prey, or they climb with that. Them claws are so tiny they can almost go into any type of surface and hold on. It's amazing. Look at that. She's just hugging herself. Allison Cuthbert loves herself so much. I also love naming my tarantulas after my fans and supporters and YouTube family. It's very cool. Very cool. I've got to name more tarantulas before long. As I sex them, I'm going to be naming them. I guess I just randomly pick YouTubers' names to or fans, different fans' names to put on there, which is nothing wrong with that. I had a Polypelma simani that was named oh, it's just at the tip of my tongue. Can't think of it now. Oh, its name was Missy Cauldron, and then it molted out because I was told it was a female, and it molted out to be a male, so it turned into a Mr. Cauldron. I had to change the name to Mr. Cauldron. But things happen sometimes like that. That's why I'm sexing all the tarantulas before anything else goes on. Check that out. This process just goes on and on and on. It's amazing though. It can be a really peaceful experience to sit here and witness something like this. I hope you guys are watching the whole entire video and not just fast forward and see what happens. It's like 40. It's going to be like 40 minutes or something like that between these two videos. I hate it y'all had to sit there this whole time and not see the flip. It seems like we're not going to be able to see the flip, which is not an ideal thing. It's not what I wanted to happen. I wanted y'all to be able to see it. Oh yeah. I also wanted to show you guys that thing if I can get to it. Right in between these book lungs is where the flap is supposed to be. If there's a flap, I can't really see it with my bare eyes. Right here where the ice pick is, right there. It's easier with a scope or something. I'm pretty sure I sexed this before and it turned female, unless I made a mistake, but I believe that's the flap. I'll look at it through my microscope off cam just to verify it. If next time you see this it is a male, then it'll be because I might have grabbed a different molt or something. I doubt it, but I just can't really see it very well from here. This is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, please leave comments to let me know. I love reading you guys' comments. Guys and gals, boys and girls. That is so cool. Look at that. It's like some kind of a weird circular star-shaped thing. Unbelievably awesome creatures. Been sexing tarantulas, building new enclosures for transfers. If y'all stay tuned for the next video, I imagine these will be up in 2 or 3 days from now. We will I'll go over some rehousings with you guys. Look at them things. Whoa, so awesome. If you notice how the elbows, I guess, are getting lower and lower and lower down, it's because they're going to flip back over. I don't know if we're going to catch the flip in this or not. It goes differently sometimes. I don't think I've ever caught it on film, but it will flip completely over. Sometimes it'll jump up and then be right on its feet, kind of like Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee. And then sometimes they'll just ease over. But regardless whether y'all see the flip on this or you don't see the flip on this, I will show you guys the molted tarantula in a different video, or the next video, so you guys get to see, which will be random rehousings probably, because as everything grows, including this one's growing, it's time to change the size of the enclosure. So she will be going from this enclosure into her semi-permanent enclosure till she gets really bigger. Probably putting her in her next enclosure, she'll be good in there for a year or two. Then I'll put her in her 30 or 40 year container, because these guys live an extremely long time. Brachypelmas do. Most middle-aged people can buy a Brachypelma sling from me and they'll be leaving it to their kids, and if lucky, their grandkids. They are extremely long-lived. Yeah, you see how it's all stretched out? It's going to flip, and my camera's almost out of time. It's going to be stopping any minute. This really is not ideal. I would like for y'all to see it flip over. I'm not going to force her to flip over, though. It's not going to force her to flip. Hopefully you'll see it. See how it's getting more and more and more? She's planning on springing up here in a minute. I imagine we only got 2 minutes and 26 seconds left on the film that I am filming, so I'm just going to let it go. It's going to be an extremely long video, but not longer than 24 minutes. I like giving you guys a longer one and sitting here talking to all you guys and gals. Look at that one fang cocked sideways. That's so cool. You can pretty much guess at what's going to happen if this video does stop. It's setting itself up for a spring up, where it just gets comfortable enough that it'll just decide to pop up, land on its feet like a cat. It's a really cool thing to watch. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Look at it. See how... Oh, yep. She's fixing to flip. Don't make the fans miss it. Come on, darling. You can do your flip. All this time y'all been watching and anticipating the flip, and the camera's gonna run out in 55 seconds. That's absolutely not fair to you guys. I apologize. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Who knows? She might flip in 40 seconds. Or might not, I don't know. Come on, baby girl. 20 seconds. Well, I did say earlier on I wanted y'all to catch the entire process. Maybe I will start it over again and let y'all see. Just hold on. Go to part 3 of part 11.